We'll see.
We'll see. We shall. As we kick things off here on Kaliningrad LE. We're in the top left-hand corner of the map, starting all the way in the top left-hand corner. We, of course, have our red Zerg player coming out from the land of Vietnam. He's, of course, going to be representing the Juggernauts in a rematch. He is the admin, MeomaikA.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Berlingrad LE, we have, oh my god, we have the Australian Protoss player. He is blue, representing the Cranky Ducklings. It is StarDuck. The last remaining Protoss in the entire tournament.
And he went gateway first.
He did. No
Woo.
Forge.
Well, no Forge yet.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So it was a pool first opening and he's going to go for a proxy hatch. He's going for it.
We thought we were going to get one Kaliningrad game light without a proxy. MeomaikA says otherwise. He has entirely different plans.
Oh my god. StarDuck has no idea. He's here at the natural, but he never went into the main base. He has no idea what's coming his way. Oh my god, StarDuck, please. He's playing this out normally as if nothing wrong was happening. Finally, he goes up into the main base. He will confirm the gas and the spawning pool. He should realize something is wrong. Is it going to be enough, though? Is his mind really gonna click? He's checking the third base.
Checking both third bases when it may be a little too late. Now he knows something's amiss. But he doesn't see the Rotorn building in the main. He doesn't see the proxied hatchery either.
No, he does not. He goes back in. He sees the Lings. He confirms that an army is coming his way. Adept is coming out, which is nice. But we need more than an Adept because finally StarDuck has realized what's happening.
Yeah, the Lings are going to try to get whatever they can get done here. A couple of shield batteries on the way, but we'll see whether they're enough or not.
Yeah, exactly. Especially because we're going to need more than just shield batteries because roaches are on the way as well. This is where all the tech is. There will be an overcharge available, to be fair, but we need something else. A second gateway gets thrown down. We're going to need another pylon as well, just in case. You know, everything is there. There's only one Artosis pylon here. Oh, God.
A couple of good miles is all it takes, really.
Speaking of, here come the Ravagers.
A Ravager singular for the time being.
Oh, and the Sim City, the Adepts can't shoot.
It's a little bit too out of range. And the depth of that shield battery, it's not enough to make a hole in the wall, but it's enough to weaken the defenses. And now shield battery is getting targeted down.
That it is. Thankfully, a second shield battery is keeping the first alive. We've got some shield battery on shield battery action. The Queen is getting pretty low, to be honest. But because of this full wall, StarDuck is struggling to really engage with these Ravagers, and the Cybercore is exposed.
So exposed. Stalkers aren't even going to be enough to outrange or to get within range of those Ravagers. The Spinecrawler inches its way forward. Battery overcharges pop to keep that shield battery. No, Cybercore alive. And it will, but is that really the most efficient use of your battery overcharge?
Probably not. Thankfully, we have more shield batteries behind this. So far, we haven't had any major losses yet from MeomaikA. The control has been pretty good. What I'm worried about is that as soon as this Cybercore is going to go down, the Lings are going to be flooding on in. Oh, it looks like the Spine is going to go down, but so will the Cybercore.
Just like that, the Lings flood in. Not only that, but MeomaikA should be able to get any more non-solid units up, but I guess you remake the Cybercore elsewhere.
But we do have, of course, the focus fire here coming out from StarDuck. He does focus down one of the Ravagers, but only one. That one Spine somehow survives.
And it's still providing a bit of a fallback position.
Oh, God.
It's the backbone of the reinforcement points. I still think StarDuck has it in him to hold. He definitely does.
Yeah, especially with the second overcharge. StarDuck will defend. GG gets called, and StarDuck will take the first game.
Beautifully done. You see what happens, StarDuck, when you don't go for go for a forge first on Berlingrad.
I was so scared, man. I was.
As was I. I was terrified, man.
I was.
There
Hey,
you go. Look on my face
the
the entire time.
So you're getting ready to scold StarDuck, mate.
Yeah. I saw it so clearly. It's StarDuck. He doesn't even want to win. Like, just let me lose so I could go play Kerrigan Survival. That's the main thing he was missing while his internet was choppy.
True. I didn't think of that. Like, because of his internet, he couldn't play anything, mate. Oh my god.
Exactly.
Oh,
Imagine that.
there you go, mate. There you go. Should I try and get like a screenshot of like your room as well and try and set that up here? Is that what?
Is my room clean enough?
No, never, mate. Never. Oh god. Yeah, here we go, man. Game 2. You need to have that look of disappointment. A for effort. A for effort.
But an A, but it's not a relay. It's a B, not a B+. As we continue our series on Hardwire LE. In the top right-hand corner map, starting all the way in the top right-hand corner, we of course have our red Zerg player coming down from the land of Vietnam. No stranger to finals in the Grand Platypus Open, but now in a real danger to not even make it there this week. He is of course going to be representing the Juggernauts. He is MeomaikA.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Hardwire LE, we have the Australian Protoss player. He is blue, representing the Cranky Ducklings, and currently up 1-0 in this best of 3 series. It is StarDuck. And we have another pool gas opening here from MeomaikA. Very aggressive.
Yeah, very aggressive, but not a 12 pool this time. Well, StarDuck will have a little bit more time to stay alive. Might actually be able to get away with his tech here.
That he may. What's a little bit scary about this is that because of the early gas, which wasn't scattered by the way, StarDuck did not check the gases. This means that 1, we can have very fast link speed. 2, we could even see a fast baneling nest.
Yeah, which is something that MeomaikA has done actually a lot of times this ZvP. Just go straight for a Bane bust.
Oh god, exactly. I'm so concerned here for StarDuck just because he lacks a crucial piece of information. A lot of it will be a bit of a tell once we figure out if he keeps mining after 100 gas. Link speed is on the way, and he does not pull out.
Whoa. Whoa.
Mate.
Just gonna wait for him to get another 100 or so gas.
Oh!
Oh!
Interesting. So,
no baneling nest.
Yeah.
Instead, go straight for an Evo Chamber for +1 melee.
I'm feeling a link flood, mate. I'm feeling it.
As am I.
God, and speaking of link flood, the lings do slip into the natural base. Oh, actually gonna try and focus down this pylon. Can they get the pylon before the adept comes out? Oh my god.
No, the adept should be out. They might be able to depower the gateway before the second one. Yeah, that's a tad annoying.
Brutal, mate. Warp gate is delayed. Another pylon has to be thrown down, and the lings even get a full scout off.
Like so.
Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, StarDuck, he did get an adept into the main base, and he actually saw the Evo chamber, so it should be clicking in his mind that +1 melee is on the way.
Yeah, I don't think he saw that Roach Warren either. So yeah, this all evidence points to +1 melee, which thankfully for StarDuck is exactly what MeomaikA's going for.
Exactly.
Almost said Adominus.
A Dominus?
Yeah, because I see ADMN.
A
I'm like,
Dominus?
oh, yeah, Dominus.
He's not even Zerg! I don't think you've even casted a Dominus before!
Pick an off race!
I don't think you ever had to introduce him. I just...
I don't think I've ever seen an Adonis match.
God damn it, Yaku. Oh god. But I love this response from StarDuck. Like, charge dots, they're great against zealots, they're great against roaches, they're great against a lot of things. You know, so solid.
Yeah, pretty decent against Zerglings as well.
Yeah.
Especially if there are no banelings there. Keep them in check.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? They do suffer a lot from banelings, but there is no baneling nest, so honestly StarDuck is in a pretty good position. We do have Lings trying to deny the third base, and more Lings are on the way, so this is like the big point of contention here for MeomaikA is, oh, he actually gets us around on the Adept.
Beautiful, mate. Not gonna try to go for a cancel here, instead just does go for something a little bit more guaranteed, a bit more of a guaranteed form of damage in that pylon.
Speaking of guaranteed, MeomaikA gets a guaranteed scout of what's happening. He sees the War Prism. He knows that a massive amount of charge outs are going to be coming across the map, and because of that, he just makes nothing but roaches. So MeomaikA should have enough to survive, but at least StarDuck isn't all in. You know, he's got a third base on the way.
Absolutely. And yeah, this may be enough for MeomaikA to survive, just barely, but depends a lot on how he uses it. That was a pretty good defense, waiting until StarDuck moved on to creep and then going for the concave, but yeah, I'm still very worried for MeomaikA if he ever gets caught in the middle of the map.
Oh, definitely. Speaking of StarDuck, his army is being pulled over to the right-hand side of the map to catch these things, which means MeomaikA goes for a massive run by, and there is nothing at home to protect his third base.
And all, I think the gateways are still in cooldown.
Oh, this is brutal. The third base, it's gonna go down. If MeomaikA targets down the Nexus, he's gonna get it. Up!
Should be, and it is.
Oof, and that is brutal. That, I feel like, should be forcing StarDuck all in. To be fair, he didn't have a lot of workers anyway. +1 is almost done. But does he have enough gateways to really facilitate this? Like, and can he really pull this off? Because MeomaikA himself hasn't been making drones.
He hasn't, has he? Jeez. Well, StarDuck does have those 5 gateways, which I feel is the bare minimum for going for an all-in like this, but he still needs to be very, very careful of things like when and where to siege up, juggling his immortals, and especially nailing the force fields on the sentries. That's going to be the key factor right now.
Yeah, like, there's just so many roaches here. That's what I'm really concerned about. As you said, force fields are going to be key in trying to make this work. God, is it gonna be enough? MeomaikA is actually moving out. He's actually gonna try and meet the army.
I'm not sure if that's the brightest idea that he's had. Almost got surrounded some of these zealots, but then the surroundee question mark becomes a surrounded.
Oh, that it does. In come these roaches. MeomaikA wants us around. We do have some decent force fields as zealots get some great engagement. The Lings are getting on top of the immortals.
There's some really good denial to surface area and some really good surface area as well, but in the end it is not enough to match the sheer numbers of MeomaikA's side. GG, once again, let's bring us to our ace match.
GG. MeomaikA forcing StarDuck's hand all in, and again, MeomaikA just didn't have a lot of workers, so he had a lot of army. That's exactly what he needed.
Very well. Very nicely done.
Yeah. And now we are going into game number 3, and I wonder what kind of map we're going to end up on. Are we going to see another Glittering Ashes? That's what I'm curious about.
I'm gonna go off of that and say Curious Minds.
Oh.
Just because you said the word curious.
Ooh, well, we have our answer. As our map has been chosen, and hopefully this time we get a game.
Yeah.
As it is going to be Glittering Ashes. For those of you who were watching earlier, it was the map where MeomaikA just went for a 12 pull and just won the game.
Wait, which was the map you went lurkers then?
That was Hardwire.
Ah.
Where he pushed out with two lurkers.
It's coming back.
Yeah.
It's coming back. It's all coming back to me.
Good.
Yep.
Yaku, that happened like an hour ago. Oh no! I mean, it's not like we've had too many ZvPs today either, mate. We've only had one other ZvP. Oh no, we had two. To be fair, we had two.
Exactly.
Shaking my head.
It's just setting in a little early. Oh, I guess not early, considering the genes, but you know, hard. It's hitting harder. We're going to be concluding our lower bracket finals here on Glittering Ashes LE. We're in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, starting all the way in the bottom left-hand corner, going for that extractor trick. We have our red Zerg player coming down for the land of Vietnam. He, of course, is going to be representing the Juggernauts. He is not a Dominus, but he is MeomaikA.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner, of Glittering Ashes LE, trying to do it 2 series in a row. We have the Australian Protoss player. He is blue, representing the Cranky Ducklings, going for the Forge first. It is StarDuck.
Well...
Oh, it doesn't get scouted.
Not get scouted.
Oh my god. What's important though is that MeomaikA, he keeps the Overlord at home. He will scout this. He also went for a pull first, so he will have Lings out to help defend against this cannon rush.
Will he now? Sparring pool just finished up and the cannon is almost done. The double gas steal,
mate.
Is brilliant.
I'm not gonna lie, I saw both gases in the production tab and I was looking at the minimap at StarDuck's main base and I was so confused. I was like, what? Am I seeing things? And then I did a double take again to reconfirm and I was like, what? Then I'm like, the main, of
course.
Lets
him finish. And he lets him finish.
He does. Oh, the hatchery, can he block it? Can he block it?
Gonna try, he does!
He blocks it! He's doing it! Oh my god, plan B for MeomaikA doesn't work! Is he gonna try again? No, he's walled off! No, he can't get in!
The full wall!
It doesn't look like it, but it is. The drone's too fat.
Shaking my head.
Oh my god!
With that, he's forced to take a macro hatch.
He is. Meanwhile, at home, StarDuck has taken his own gas. He is going for... I mean, I imagine he's going to be committing to this proxy, as he does have 2 probes. There we go. And MeomaikA is going for the same response. He's going for that macro hatch for the roaches and the mass lings.
Almost gets that probe. He's just a little bit too slow off a creep. This is nice... use the high ground though.
Oh, the high ground is insane. This pylon is going to be forced to be cancelled. StarDuck does cancel it in the end. He's trying to set up here, going for another interesting 2 gateways instead of going straight into a robo like he did last time.
Huh.
Yeah. What I will say, I love this. So, fun fact, StarDuck, he actually wrote in Discord after his loss. He's like, I've never seen this response before, like going for a macro hatch against the cannon rush. And he's like, all I needed were more cannons and obviously not immortals. Like he just assumed that roaches were coming. But now we see StarDuck at least attempting to adapt to MeomaikA. Oh,
adapting pretty well, but MeomaikA is adapting to StarDuck too.
That he is. StarDuck does have vision of this, by the way. The hatchery is in vision. It is in range of his cybercore. But does it matter? Is MeomaikA going to try and attack across the map with roaches? That's the question.
We will definitely have to wait and see, won't we?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
He may force a recall. Like, there's just nothing at home. There is a pylon to warp in, to be fair. And you'll start.
But
He's
no
throwing
other
damage.
defenses.
There we go.
Cool.
He's aware of how vulnerable he is.
It's looking
boy.
at make it as best as possible.
Yeah, that he is. Meanwhile, Warp Gate is about to finish up in a couple seconds, and then StarDuck can explode with his Gateway army across the map. Ravagers are being morphed in. Oh boy, there are no
How many
immortals.
pilots do we have? Yeah, there are no immortals.
Ooh.
Well, we do have Stalkers, which, if I'm not mistaken, outrange Ravagers, and they still do pretty decent damage.
This is so brutal, by the way. This high ground, like this cliff face. Oh god. MeomaikA just abusing this and just shutting down a shield battery and a cannon.
Just like that, MeomaikA has bought himself a little bit of ground. He has gained a little bit of ground on the other side of the map. One roach is chipping away at a natural wall of StarDuck.
Yeah, that it is. But it's only one roach. It's only one roach, to be fair. So thankfully, StarDuck hasn't overreacted to it. He does have one Stalker. Is it in range? Oh, it is in range.
Oh.
Nice.
Alright then.
Yeah.
Maybe a Ravager might be able to outrange it.
Meanwhile, what is the plan here for StarDuck? He's warping in another Stalker. There's not a lot to help protect these Ravagers. One of the Ravagers will get picked off immediately.
And that really is the loss that you should be willing to take here. When you're defending against a cannon rush like this, corrosive vials are worth their weight in gold.
Right, there's the mass sling. There's the mass sling that we were talking about. This is so scary here for StarDuck. He has some cannons, but only 3. Like, there's a world where MeomaikA comes down, surrounds the army, and just biles everything.
There really isn't there. I will say that, at least this time, I had a point I was going to make. The pylons, there we go. They're better spread out, so yeah, we at least, you know, if there's so fewer Artosis pylons in the setup of StarDuck.
Exactly, the Ravagers, they come back down once again. StarDuck, he's not fast enough to respawn, loses one Stalker, and this time is not able to take out a Ravager.
It really isn't. A 4, just gonna be low, but not really. Gonna go down, barely dodges that bile. How does he do it? Like,
exactly, but again, like, he just keeps allowing MeomaikA to go down that ramp. He's a little bit distracted as, the Forge gets taken out. No more cannons for StarDuck. And MeomaikA still hasn't shown his lings. That's the scary thing about this. Like, he's done such a good job at keeping them hidden. God, oh god, he's going for it!
well, StarDuck goes, it's only Ravagers and Queens. MeomaikA wants to go for it. He's still being patient. He wants to wait for these Ravagers to make it across the map, it seems.
Yeah, that he is. Meanwhile, he pulls the trigger. The mass link flood comes in with the surround from the Ravagers, and StarDuck, I don't know if he has enough here. A bunch of Stalkers are just not a part of the fight.
One pylon is remaining that powers most of everything. 2 pylons, sorry, but I mean, it doesn't really matter too much at this point. The biles are gonna land as all of these almost said Stingray Stalkers are boxed into a corner. They don't have Blink either, so yeah, it was a tough call.
And MeomaikA has more than enough. The Lings, they flood out. We have a recall, but it is a little bit too late. Everything will get shut down. StarDuck, he barely has anything at home remaining. Both on one base, and just such a massive supply lead here for MeomaikA.
That Link speed. He's making use of it.
Yeah, that he
Links
is.
Sprint across the map. The wall is a wall no longer.
The Lings are coming! Oh my god, thankfully the Ravagers are still very far behind, so the Lings do trade pretty inefficiently, but the Ravagers are on the way. MeomaikA is looking to end the game.
And end the game he shall. This Ravager should just about be enough for him to secure the W. GG is called, and MeomaikA takes it series 2-1. It's gonna advance to the grand finals in a rematch. Let's go with Joey.
Oh, GG, well played. Congratulations, MeomaikA. Twice now, he's gone for a very similar response, where he invests a little bit in the Roaches and Ravagers, but he invests a lot more into just a mass Ling. And again, that game, he did a very good job at keeping it hidden. StarDuck never knew that was coming his way. That's why he wasn't prepared for it.
He was completely blindsided by the time he saw the Zerglings move across the map. Even when MeomaikA went for his proxy, StarDuck just didn't realize it until it was too late.
Yeah, it took him a while to really respond and clean that up. And again, because that forge died, that means no more cannons could be thrown down across the map either. Only shield batteries, and shield batteries with Stalkers against Ling Ravager isn't really what you want. So, wow. GG, well played. We are going to be having that ZvZ rematch, that ZvZ Grand Finals that we're used to here in GPA.
Beautiful. Gonna be a best of 5, which means that we'll get some wagers going on, but not now. After the break.
Exactly. Before we head on over to the break, exclamation mark Matcherino in the chat. We have been doing an awful job at promoting it. We probably should have mentioned it earlier, but yes, we do have a Matcherino page. We still have 12 codes remaining. So if you want to support this tournament, then please head on over, click the claim code button, and add 50 cents to the prize pool.
Claiming codes has never been easier, so may as well. Yeah, we have a lot of codes left, actually. Of course, this will go straight to our top 2 players, our Root Champion and our runner-up. They gotta appreciate it. They definitely appreciate it when the viewers chip in with the coupon code, and when some viewers chip in with money from their own pocket.
Yeah, it's completely up to you if you want to help, if you want to support this tournament with your own money, but the option is always there. And with that, thank you so much. We're going to be getting ready for the grand finals after this short 5-minute break.
See you then.
Well.